Alright, hey guys, I'm going to be recapping my fantasy football season, starting with week 1. Alright, so obviously I won, so I'm 1-0 right now, but Dak, I think it was the first game of the season, Dak went off, and my best player was Stafford. But, yeah, I should have started, which Williams is that? Jamal Williams, yeah. So I'm 1-0 right now. And then week 2, I lost here, and my best player was Julio somehow. His best player was Aaron Jones, who went 38. I actually remember I was up by 10 going into the Monday Night Football game. I needed Aaron Jones to get less than 10 points, but he got 38. So that's why I lost. So right now I'm 1-1. Rondale Moore went off on my bench, so I probably should have started him. And week 3, I destroyed him. And Stafford went off again. My defense did really good. His defense did really good. Tannehill did pretty good. On my bench, no one would be a starter except Jamal Williams would be better than Julio at the flex. And Jonathan Taylor, actually. So I think this is the last week Jonathan Taylor did bad. Yeah, so I'm 2-1 now. Here I got destroyed. He had Mahomes. It was like the Cooper Cup's worst game of the season. His kicker did really good. No one on my team really did good except Jonathan Taylor and Stafford. My bench, Taylor Heineke, did really good. So I probably should have started him. I still wouldn't have won, though. And, yeah, so now I'm 2-2. Here, I barely lost. Well, I didn't barely. I did really good. Here, he obviously had Tom Brady, 20 or 50 points. Everyone on his team had, 20-plus points, except, this bottom half. But, yeah, Zeke, Kareem Hunt, Mike Evans, all of them. Chase Claypool did really good. Jonathan Taylor did really good. Marcus Callaway did really good. No one on my bench would have done better except, who was it? I always bench Jamal Williams for some reason. He always does better than someone. And, yeah, so right now, 2-3. Yeah. Here I won. Sorry for that noise in the background. It's my dog running around with his bed in his mouth. I think this guy was inactive, but because he started Chubb. And, yes, Stafford did good. Jonathan Taylor did good. Alex Collins did good. My defense did really good. Yeah, so right now I'm 3-3. Lamar kind of sucked for him. Nick Chubb kind of sucked. Yeah, his team did pretty bad. But, okay, so I'm 3-3 right now. And then here I lost by 1 point. Really sad. Matthew Stafford did really good again. Chris Godwin did really good. Devontae Booker. The only thing that would have made me win was if I started Dimitri. Actually, no. If I started anyone else, it wouldn't have mattered. So I lost by 1. I'm 3-4 now. He had Brandon Bolden. What's his name? Quarterback Taylor Heineke. DK Metcalf. Mike Gesicki, and his defense did pretty good for him. So I'm 3-4 now? Yeah, I think. Here I won. Stafford did good. Jonathan Taylor. Most people on my team did good. Pretty much see. He benched a lot of good people like Michael Carter. What's this guy? Ty Johnson, yeah. Melvin Gordon did good for him. A.J. Brown did really good. If he would have started Michael Carter, I would have lost. And if he started Michael Carter instead of Miles Sanders, I would have lost. So I'm glad he didn't do that. So right now I'm 4-4. Here I won, but it wasn't a good scoring game. Stafford, this is like the first of his streak of doing terrible. Jonathan Taylor pretty much carried me. Yeah, no one on my team really did that good except for Jonathan Taylor. His team just did pretty bad, like Jordan Love, Darrell Henderson, like all these people. Darnell Mooney, I was the only person who really did good. He benched Nyheim Hines, so week 10. Right now, what am I, 5-4? Yeah, I think. So I won here. I think this guy was the 1 seed at the time, so that was good. Stafford sucked again. Josh Allen did really good for him. Jonathan Taylor just doing good. Always does good. Yeah, most of his team. Yeah, it was a really close game. Yeah. So, sorry. I don't know why I clicked that. So, what am I? 6-4? Yeah. And I won here probably because of one player, and his name is Jonathan Taylor, who scored 57 points. Basically scored half of my points. Yeah, my defense got negative points, which we're not going to talk about it. They're playing Pittsburgh, and they still won. They even got negative points. His team did actually pretty good, but I relied on one player. So now what am I, 7-4? In this game, oh my God, I lost by less than 1 point. Stafford did good. Jonathan Taylor did pretty good. Hunter Renfrow did good. Cedric Wilson did good. The only thing, since I would have won and gotten a better seed in the playoffs, if the Chargers actually were winning this game, they would have kicked a field goal, but they went for 2 instead of kicking a field goal. And so I would have won by like 0.8 if they kicked that 1 field goal, but that's how I lost. His team actually didn't do that well. So 7-5 now. This I almost won by 100. This game is crazy. Stafford, Jonathan Taylor, Hunter Renfrow, Chris Godwin, George Kittle. Everyone went off. Even if I started Russell Gage instead of like Claypool, I would have had so many points. Joe Burrow, obviously, is pretty good for him. Yeah, so I almost won by 100 here. And so I'm 8-5 now, going into last week. I destroyed Will Demon, pretty much. I started Taysom Hill as a questionable call instead of Stafford, but he honestly got 0.18 less points than him, so I'm fine with it. Yeah, so Taysom Hill, Hunter Renfrow, Chris Godwin, George Kittle, Chase Claypool, pretty good. His defense scored the best for him. So going into the playoffs, I'm 9-5. And week 1 of the playoffs. Well, I'm going in as the 4 seed, okay? I'm playing the 5 seed, who's inactive. And I got killed. Well, not really. Not really killed. I lost by 5. Funny story here. Going into Sunday night, going into 305 games, I had a 95% chance of winning. And then Tyler Huntley played for him. And he killed me. So I had Stafford, Jonathan Taylor, Craig Reynolds, who actually did pretty good. Who else? That's pretty much it. He had Tyler Huntley, Debo, Nick Chubb, and that's it. If I would have started, who I would have started to win. If I would have started Russell Gage or Ronald Jones at the flex instead of Hunter Renfrow. No, if I started Russell Gage at the flex or instead of Julio, I would have won. Or instead of George Kittle or Godwin, any of them. So right now I'm playing for 5th seed. Okay, and then here I got killed. Stafford sucked. Jonathan Taylor had his worst game. Craig Reynolds sucked. George Kittle sucked. Russell Gage sucked. Hunter Renfrow sucked. Ronald Jones, best player, he didn't even score 20. Jason Sanders did pretty good. My defense got -3 thanks to the Houston Texans. His team went off, like Kyler Murray, Joe Mixon, Deontay Harris. I think they all got like 10 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts, good thing Tyreek Hill didn't do anything. His kicker got more points than my best player. Like, it's not fun. And then playing for 7th place, I lost again, so I came in 8th place here. And so no one really did good except Stafford, Jonathan Taylor, Hunter Renfrow. That's it. DK, it didn't really matter, but, I wanted my past 2 years, I've got 9th and 9th. So I got 8th. One better. Making progress. And congrats to Will Demon for winning the championship. He came in as the 8th seed, beat the best team in the league. He had the best team, and he destroyed him. And he went on to win the championship, and it's pretty good. He won some money, and congrats to second place for winning some money. Get the lead out. He beat me in the first round of the playoffs when he shouldn't have, though, so he didn't really deserve it. And third place, you don't win any money. You just get your entry fee back. Arm Circles. Arm Circles came in as the 2 seed, I think. And he made it to third. And that's my fantasy football season. I'll probably do one for next year. If you want to see the draft, you can stick around. If you don't want to. Actually, I don't know how to see the draft. But some of the best transactions at the beginning, you don't need to see this, but if you want to, you can stay. You know what? I won't do this. But congrats on the Raiders beating the Chargers. And I hope the Bills win the Super Bowl because I predicted them.